21st Annual 4th of July Parade, brought to you this year by the Edina Community Foundation and the City of Edina. Hello, I'm Bill Noondorf, the city's Economic Development Manager.
And I'm Nikki Spees. I work as a rink attendant over at Braemar Arena. And if you saw Scott Neal's productions on YouTube, it was called On the Job, and I was in the pilot episode. So I'm really glad to join you today, Bill.
Good morning, fantastic, and we're off to a quick start. Right behind us, looks like we have two of our motorcycle officers. That's Officer Darren Cizik and Ryan Schultz on the motorcycles.
This opening unit includes a banner for the Edina Community Foundation, which organizes and finances the Edina 4th of July Parade, and of course this broadcast.
Thanks so much to the Community Foundation for all they do. And we have two other vehicles behind us from the fire department this morning. A ladder truck and an ambulance. It's always best to see these in parades rather than in action.
Well, what would you, I mean, it's not a parade if you don't have fire trucks and sirens and stuff like that going off.
And this is one of the few instances where it's good to be a family member of the firefighters because you get to ride in the parade.
Yes, it is, definitely. Look at all those happy kids. Yay. Oh my gosh, Sparky's on board.
Sparky made it this year.
My friend had a small house fire and had to call 911, and she was so upset. You know, your kitchen's on fire. She said, bring Dalmatians.
I thought they only do that in the movies.
I think she was just really upset and not thinking clearly. But it was fine. Minimal amount of damage.
Thank goodness.
Yes.
Here in Edina, we have lots of big rigs.
Yes, you do. And they're all going to be on scene for the fireworks tonight, too, correct?
There'll be a whole complement of them.
Yeah.
A few times a year, we have the Big Truck Day.
Oh, okay.
Where they make some of the firefighter vehicles and some of the public works trucks available for little kids to climb in,
across.
walk around. And I keep hoping they're available for big kids like me, too. But
just go in there. Just be like, listen, I want to see what it looks like.
That looks like our Grand Marshal.
I think it is. I think it is our Grand Marshal. The theme of this year's parade is celebrating Edina athletics. The Grand Marshal is Edina Sun current sports writer John Sherman. He's been covering the local sports scene here in Edina for nearly 43 years. That's his entire sports journalism career. And in the past 50 years, Edina High School has claimed over 150 state championship titles in more than a dozen different sports. Now, John may be the only Hornets fan who can boast of witnessing the majority of these championship wins firsthand.
And following up John is the Metro Marines, a veteran service organization that represents the U.S. Marine Corps in a variety of capacities.
They have 3 platoons.
Yep, here in the Twin Cities, Chaplin, Anoka, Hastings, and Forest Lake. Thanks to our men and women in the armed forces.
That's another one of those top 5 songs you got to hear on a parade from the halls of Montezuma. It's the Marine Corps theme.
Are there words to
Semper
that?
Fi. Yeah, from the halls of Montezuma to the shores of something something.
Come on, sing it.
I don't know the rest of it. Semper Fi. We love those guys. Thank you for all you do.
And coming up behind us is the Minnesota Police Pipe Band, a nationally recognized top-quality competition pipe and drum corps that had been around since 1963.
They do all the funerals.
They do, but they also do celebrations.
I know.
So let's listen to them.
Okay. Here we have the Red Bull Historic Military Vehicle Association with their convoy of historic military vehicles from many generations.
They are the ones that do the hanger dance
down at Fleming Field, where you dress up in 1940s gear, and they do all the 1940s music and everything.
I've heard.
Yeah, they do those in the spring and in the fall, and it's amazing. CAFMN.org is where you get information on the hanger dances.
Good tip.
Their members are committed to keeping history alive, obviously, and to educate the public about not just the vehicles, but to remind us of the men and women who have served our country and defended our freedom and liberty in the use of these vehicles. By presenting these vehicles in parades, such as ours today, the Red Bull honors all of these men and women and their selfless service.
This is always a crowd favorite. It's quite a convoy, and many members of the Red Bull have served in all the branches: Army, Navy, Marines, Air Force, and Coast Guard. They're especially proud again this year to host their fellow veterans throughout the parade.
Mm-hmm. So you are watching the grandparents to the Jeep CJ. The Jeeps were made in my hometown of Toledo, Ohio. Ford actually invented them, and then Jeep took it over, and the production line carried on in and around the Toledo area. And they just stopped taking those off the line about 4 years ago.
Oh, really? There's quite a history here. It's interesting how so many of the Jeeps look the same, whether they're built in the 20s,
They do.
40s,
They do. The stamped,
80s.
Yeah, the stamped grate is the distinguishing feature, because Ford made 9 slots on the grate, and Willys, to get the trademark, did 7. And then Hummer did 8, but that was a whole other legal suit 50 years later. But GP, Jeep, J-E-E-P, is short for GP, General Purpose Vehicle. And it was also showcased in the Popeye the Sailor Man comic book. He had a jungle pet named Eugene the Jeep, and he was known for, problem solvings, and he could get in and out of small places. And so that's where they came up with the Jeep, because the soldiers all read the comic book, and then they would use these overseas, and they absolutely loved them. It's a big fleet of them.
So it's endless. All these troop carriers. The one that just went by had a half track. It only had 2 front wheels.
Yeah, I saw that.
And all these.
And that one in the left of the
wheels.
screen, I think, was in Indiana Jones. And wasn't that what he was driving through the desert, where he had to take the
with his
whip
and he
underneath?
saved
Yeah,
himself.
when he went in between the axles.
So
Yeah, this one. See, that was in Indiana Jones, right there.
That was the one. Do you think that was actually the real?
No, because that's in Florida, but it was a very similar vehicle.
Maybe they brought it up here just for the parade. This is the Edina parade.
This is the Edina parade. There's cake on the inside of that, you know.
I had some this morning. I might
Did
have
you? Bummer, I didn't get any. I know, I told them to have it waiting for us, but they didn't.
Best way to start the
It
parade.
is. I know, it's the best thing about a parade or your birthday. More cake and
know-
more Jeeps.
And not to give too many plugs, but I stopped by Jerry's the other day.
Yeah.
They had the best looking cakes. I'm totally serious. They had them. They looked like a picnic table
Oh, fun.
with a little hot dogs made out of frosting and the checkered tablecloth. It was.
Now, we have a bunch of veterans from all of our conflicts in there, and I think, look at these guys. Look how cute they are. Oh, my gosh.
And they're always a crowd favorite. Everyone loves to stand up and cheer and wave.
Who doesn't want to
The
see your
vets.
grandpa in the parade?
Exactly. Or your dad or your mom.
Exactly. And I love how they bring out the uniforms, too. They're so well dressed.
You know, Nikki, I think we might have the most modern historic video or vehicle on screen right there. Right behind this Jeep, which is is that from the 60s? That looks like a Korean War type of Jeep.
Korea was in the 50s.
Oh, you're right. Sorry.
It's okay.
I meant to say Vietnam.
Well, yeah, that was in the 60s. That ended in what, 71?
Early 70s. Yeah, it's a great opportunity for the guys to get together and get their uniforms back on. And it takes a lot of dedication to keep this fleet up and running, because these vehicles are getting old and they don't use them just once a year.
Yes, exactly. And here's actually one that we were talking about, the paint job off camera earlier.
Sure.
The gray.
Sure.
That everything is called that drab olive. I don't know. That's kind of a fall good color palette. You put that with an orange, it's spectacular.
Yeah, some of the official colors of these cars are olive drab.
And what was that gray? Slate gray?
I think it's called extra leftover paint gray.
Extra leftover paint gray, yeah. Here, we did a couple destroyers of this. Let's use the rest of it on the Jeeps.
We've got an extra 18,000 gallons.
And that's the Red Bull chapter.
Which apparently has nothing to do with Red Bull Energy. So the Red Bull
We both said, is there coffee? No, we have Red Bull. No, we have the Red Bull chapter.
And coming up here, we have the first John Philip Sousa Band, formed in early 1970 by a group of Edina High School graduates. The Sousa Band entertains year-round at pack houses throughout the Twin Cities, including right here at Edinburgh Park, at Centennial Lakes, and many other places throughout the cities.
The John Philip Sousa March is the theme to Monty Python.
I love Monty Python.
Yeah, you're going to hear it, I think, in a little bit. Wait, no, this isn't it.
And here's your trivia quiz. When can you see and hear the full performance? This evening.
Where are they going to be?
We kick off
Are
tonight.
they? Oh, cool.
Yep. They'll have the full band in place. This is just their warm-up.
Oh, okay. Oh, yeah, Sousa Band tonight, 8:45, followed by the fireworks.
Here's another group.
This is the St. Paul wing of the Commemorative Air Force, the CAF, based at Fleming Field in South St. Paul. They're a national organization, and they're almost 50 years old. The CAF's education is education so that generations of Americans will value and support the contributions of military aviation in ensuring our nation's freedom. And they've been in this parade a bunch, someone told me. But this is not their first appearance.
No, they turn out quite often. And you know, the parade is a great teaser to their full museum. Their museum, and they have a complete working hangar over at Fleming Field. The collection that of half a dozen fully restored military aircraft that date back to World War II.
You can ride in them.
Really?
Times a year.
Now they couldn't bring the planes, but they did bring some of the olive drab land vehicles that would run the staffers around as they were getting to the planes. So it's great that they can share their motor pool with us.
It is, and that's also the one CAFMN.com that do the hangar dances.
Oh, sure. So have you been to the hangar dance?
I went to one outside of Detroit, Michigan from a group there, and it was really neat. Everybody does, I mean, hair and makeup, and it's right out of Memphis Belle.
Very fun.
This is the Lakeville North Marching Band. Under the direction of Nathan W. Earp, the Lakeville Band program has become a powerhouse of musical talent, from concert and jazz bands to the crowd-pleasing Lakeville North Panther Marching Band.
More than 200 members strong, they maintain the traditional Big Ten style of marching and overall musical sound.
They've performed in nationally recognized bowl games, and they even did a presidential inauguration parade.
Let's listen to them here.
Marching Panthers, there they go.
Nothing like a live marching band.
And it's a political season, obviously.
It is. It's going to be a big year. Our Senator Amy Klobuchar is here.
Don't know if she's running for re-election or not. But she's here and she'll wave. The dog's got a dress on. Before the broadcast started, I was telling Bill, like, I'm always a big fan of, whenever someone's out walking dogs, and I love parades because people always bring their pets to it. And we just had Lassie walk by a little bit ago.
Oh, nice, yes.
Yes.
Some years they have a full team of dogs. And there's our senator waving right there.
There she is.
Good morning, Amy.
And no rain, and we are really happy. Happy 4th, everybody.
Being a U.S. Senator is a tough job. You're always in Washington, but you try to be back home and get the ideas across, and it's always that balancing point.
Yes, and we've got some future Hornets coming up. It's the Edina cheerleading camp.
Right. This is the Edina Park and Rec cheerleading camp participants. They're going to show off some of their cheerleading skills here throughout the parade. This camp is for girls aged 5 to 12. And I believe this is one of their first cheer events together, not in the camp.
Yes, I think it
On
is.
the street. So we'll see if they can do one here for our cameras.
Nice job, ladies.
And I think this might be our Edina City Council coming up here.
Made up of Mayor Jim Hovland and council members Mary Brindle, Kevin Staunton, Bob Stewart, and Ann Swenson.
There's Bob Stewart. I thought I saw Mayor Hovland here this morning as well. I don't know if he was in the car. I know he walked by earlier when we were getting set up. And speaking of elections, it's a local election year as well.
Yes, it is.
The mayor's up for re-election. A couple council member seats are open. And here's thanks to one of our major sponsors for the parade, Lunds and Byerly's. They are a presenting sponsor this year. While they have 2 stores in Edina at 50th and France and on France Avenue at Hazelton. They also have their corporate headquarters, founded and based here in Edina.
Oh, I didn't
they
know that.
employ over 100 folks at 50th and France in their marketing and their buying and their purchasing and management. And we're proud and lucky to have them here. Plus, their deli's just so
I was just
good.
going to say, I mean, if you can't find any place to eat, go to Lund's. Their catering's amazing, too. I think, didn't I just see the catering truck? Yeah, there they are.
And did you say you didn't have time for breakfast this morning?
Yeah. Hey, stop over here.
Yeah, they do have amazing breakfast sandwiches.
Hey, come on over. Oh, she's got Rice Krispie treats she's giving out. Lund's and Byerly's. Exceptional food and service.
Delish. That sounds like the Jack Brass Band.
I think so. They're formed in 1999. The Jack Brass Band is the only New Orleans-style brass band in Minneapolis. And they are the ambassadors of the Crescent City's brass band tradition. Let's take a listen.
Also to U.S. Bank, another presenting sponsor of our parade this year. 3 branches in Edina, including one at 50th in France, right where the parade ends this afternoon. Thanks for their support and for the good service they provide to Edina.
Flex points will help you go further, too.
I'm glad you got that in.
who doesn't like a credit card to get you free stuff, you know?
It's true.
It's a good thing. That Jack Brass Band, they do a similar thing that the Roots do. They were the house band, I think, for Jimmy Kimmel, I think.
The Roots?
Yeah.
Sure.
And they never had a bass player. They just used the sousaphone.
Oh,
Yeah.
as their bass.
Yeah.
Nice. I love that sound.
Yeah. Nothing like a big tuba.
Exactly. I wonder if how heavy that tuba weighs at the end of the parade versus at the beginning of the parade.
Now, a friend of mine played in high school, and it's actually good weight displacement, but you do have to have some pretty good shoulders for that.
He'll earn his Gatorade at the end.
Exactly. It's
Or-
actually called a sousaphone, but I don't think John Philip Sousa invented it. Just the Monty Python theme.
We'll run with that.
Exactly. Did you want patriotism or British humor? Which one? Either way. So what have we got coming up here? This
Here
is
it's
Fairview.
Fairview Southdale.
It's a hospital, Fairview Southdale Hospital. It's an acute care hospital providing medical care for the southwest suburbs, and it employs more than 2,000 people and supports the work of many philanthropic and community groups throughout Edina. They are a gold level sponsor of the parade today.
And thanks to Fairview Southdale, they've been involved with Independence Day celebrations for many years. In addition to helping with the parade and having the float, they've also joined in and they sponsor the firework display.
Super.
So very close to their headquarters, to their facility tonight at Roslyn Park. There's an 8:30 concert with the fireworks to follow after dusk.
And I have heard all sorts of great things about the Edina fireworks. I've never attended.
Fireworks are always fantastic.
Well, yeah, but I mean,
We're still searching for that elusive, perfect spot to watch them. We've been in the park. We've been in the overpass over the highway.
oh, you have?
We've been on top of the parking structure.
Okay.
We've been in the park.
I would think the parking structure would be pretty.
There's lots of good options, but we're looking for that perfect one.
There's Congressman Keith Ellison. He's representing Minnesota's 5th Congressional District, and he has done so since 2006. Parts of northern and eastern Edina joined the 5th Congressional District in 2012.
That's right. With redistricting a few years ago, Keith Ellison has a portion of Edina now in his territory, and thanks for his service and representation.
Cute little beetle.
And of course, the signs are in Edina green. Coincidence?
What? Maybe he's a Hornet graduate. Who is it? Somebody in the communications department this morning I was talking to, and I said, oh, you've got your Edina green on. She's like, no, I'm a Packers fan.
Oh, that was Dawn.
Yeah,
There's lots of closet Packer fans. Actually, they're not in the closet here, but
they're not in the
lots
closet.
of
They're
Packers.
proud. They're proud
Exactly.
Packers fans.
Let's see, and it looks like Eric Paulson is out for a workout this morning. Our congressman representing the 3rd Congressional District, which is the western portion of Edina, as well as, I believe, parts of Eden Prairie and Minnetonka. He's represented us in Washington since 2008. And there's a reason why he's in
High-fiving
such good
people.
shape, because he doesn't stand still for too long.
Yes. But he does answer emails,
He does.
which is good. We couldn't have picked a better day for this. I hate parades when there's 9,000 degrees and 500% humidity.
Absolutely perfect.
It is. There's a nice breeze. Oh, and the Minnesota All-Women Equestrian Drill Team is here. They consist of 15 members of all ages, and they perform at local parades and county fairs throughout the summer. This is the drill team's 11th year appearing in the Edina 4th of July parade.
Fantastic.
Ponies. We love ponies. And
The
here's the
horses are just so grateful.
Here's the Daughters of the American Revolution Monument chapter.
This is a National Patriotic Service organization that was founded in 1890. And what's unique about this group is that to be a member, you have to have proven lineal descendants from one of the patriots in the American Revolution.
I can barely show ID. Good for them. So we've got the Historical Society up next. They raised more than $220,000 to renovate and build an addition onto the Arneson House for exhibit space. The addition uses architectural remnants recovered from Edina's 1920 Wooddale School, including auditorium seats, wood trim gym floors, and distinct arched doorways. It's the Edina Historical Society. That's so bad that a 1950s car is part of the Historical Society. I never think of that. I always think 1800s.
That's a beautiful car, though. Oh, there's the Daughters of the American Revolution.
There they are.
They've got a classy ride.
They do.
They're moving out of the horse era, apparently.
Is this the...
This is... Oh. I thought I heard that slap of hockey pucks.
Yep, the Edina Hornets. That is the Historical Society.
They have the big theme of Edina hockey history. Proud history here, and it's amazing. Every year when I go to the parade, there's so many young up-and-coming hockey folks.
Oh,
Boys, girls.
I know. Well, we'll see the Edina Hockey Association later on. But if you really want to see some really cool memorabilia, just stop over to Braemar. We've got a lot of their memorabilia in glass cases around.
Nice. In the lobby?
Yep. Hennepin County Sheriff's Office, saw a lot of them out on Lake Minnetonka yesterday, keeping ordered peace on the lakes.
And our Sheriff's Department comes here virtually every year, bringing one of their more unusual vehicles to remind us that they do provide safety and security.
Boston Whaler?
Yep, on the waters, on the roads.
And the Richfield Marching Spartans are coming up too. The Edina 4th of July Parade is one of 10 parades for the Marching Spartans this summer. They are directed by Ben Hain, and they have quite the busy schedule.
And quite the outfit, too.
Yes.
What's up, what's up, what's up? Come on! What's up, what's up, what's up?
Very nice. Another one of our sponsors, Faribault Woolen Mills, is a gold level sponsor. This is one of the last woolen mills left in the United States. Had been closed but was reopened in 2011 under new ownership. Thanks to some of our proud Edina residents for being those new owners and resurrecting that company. You can find Faribault Woolen Mill blankets, comforters, mattresses, mattress pads at a store near you.
I know they have one at the Mall of America. Here's Ellingson and Ellingson. They're certified public accountants celebrating over 35 years in business, and they are a gold level sponsor.
Another one of our many, many Edina businesses.
Plus, they make my life so much easier. I hate doing math. Here, do this. Figure out my receipts. Okay.
Yeah, at some point you grow up and realize that you should not be doing
Exactly. You know your strengths, know your weaknesses. Here's a Rotary Club of Edina. Oh,
the
hey, we were
superheroes.
waiting for this. This is the Minnesota Superheroes United.
It's a group of superhero as well as supervillains who appear at charity events, PR events, parades. They also, more importantly, visit hospitals, just attending a number of events throughout the Twin Cities. And it looks like Batman found the bomb. Batman, dispose of it.
Foiled
Still ticking.
Joker's plans. Oh gosh, we have Master Chief. We have the Green Lantern. There's an Iron Man. Boba Fett.
Batman better drop that bomb pretty soon.
Spider-Man. Minnesota Superheroes United are appearing with the Rotary Club of Edina because Rotarians are everyday heroes. Mark Hegstrom was recently inducted as District Governor for Rotary International District 5950. And he's joined by Edina President Ann Platt.
A lot of our Rotarians from Edina just went
Oh!
on a major trip, I believe, to Korea. They did an international trip. Remax results. Hang on.
And they might
You can
barbecue
feel the
you.
heat. You can feel the heat. They've been helping with the community. Wow, can you feel that on the back of your
Ah.
Holy cow. They've been here for more than 30 years. They have nearly 1,000 sales executives. They are here to help you buy or sell a home.
Or inflate a helium balloon.
There's
Or a regular balloon.
There's Skip
balloon.
Thomas, one of our trusty sales guys, who is always a Edina resident, born, raised in Edina. Holy cow. And I hope by the end of this parade he still has his eyebrows, because that heat could singe hair off anything.
Terry Boniff is a state senator coming up. She's represented Plymouth, Minnetonka, and Woodland since 2005. She's currently running for Congress in the 3rd Congressional District. There's Terry Boniff.
She's in the hot seat following up that balloon machine. What do you call that?
Well, that's how you pilot a hot air balloon, but I don't. Is that propane? I don't know. Can you grill a hot dog on it? Make some s'mores.
Next year.
S'mores,
Next
yeah.
year. I've got a couple big sticks.
We've got the stilt people coming. We'll just put them behind it. make s'mores.
And somewhere behind here is Terry. Follow the arrow. Terry is running around. There she is.
We found her.
Terry,
Red, white, and blue on.
she represents Plymouth, Minnetonka, and Woodland.
Mm-hmm.
Been in office for more than 10 years.
Good for her.
Remember so many decades ago it was rare to have a woman represent you in Congress?
Yes.
And now it's just
Now she's just,
it is.
she's there. She's making stuff happen.
And she brought quite a team with her this morning.
Meet Terry. There's an arrow over her head by her 7-foot-tall son, probably. And she's running for Congress.
Loudly running for Congress.
Way to go, Terry.
Gordon Forcier presents his Wurlitzer 153 organ. There we go in the back of the van. This organ plays when the Saints go marching in, as well as many other classic tunes.
I was going to say, why are we not on a carousel right now?
Going up and down.
Yeah,
We can pretend we are.
we can. So you guys have Valley Fair here. In Sandusky, Ohio, we have Cedar Point.
Right.
We have one of the oldest carousels in North America.
Oh, really?
And here's a kid on a go-kart.
I'm not sure if he's in the parade. He may have just snuck in.
Rogue go-karter.
He's having a blast.
Well, yeah. And he's a good driver.
He almost took out that volunteer, but hey, volunteers looking. I don't know who the rogue go-karter was.
It's a racing company of some sort. Can't read his shirt.
Sure looks like fun. Oh, here we go.
It's the Youth Impact Racing Team. Fix it, race it, live it.
That sounds like fun.
It does.
I can fix it.
I can wreck it. Not good at racing it, but I can wreck it.
So they're sponsored through St. Peter's Lutheran Church, located at the corner of 50th and France.
stpetersedina.org. And they've got RC cars. We love those.
It sounds like many of their parishioners are vets and part of the church's unit.
Here's Concord.
Concord, a boutique consulting firm, another gold level sponsor of our parade this year. Thank you so much, Concord. They provide business and tech solutions, specializing in delivering, protecting, and analyzing data.
Here's a Carver County Mounted Posse established in 1965. It's a volunteer organization that assists the Sheriff's Office with security, crowd control, search and rescue operations, community and outreach activities, as well as special missions. Carver County Sheriff's Mounted Posse.
Nikki, I think the posse is heading towards you. Is there something you want to tell me?
No,
They're giving you that
I know
look.
nothing.
Something about a special assignment.
I know nothing. And behind the Mounted Posse, because we want to keep our streets clean,
Scoopy Poo with the little Mini Coopers located over at Valley View Road in Wooddale. They serve as your very own pooper scooper. They pick up doggy doo for residential and commercial purposes.
I mean, 15 years ago, why didn't we think of this?
Someone did, and they
Raking
started a nice
in.
business.
Yes, they did.
And then following them up,
Scooby-Doo, a companion group to Minnesota Superheroes United. This unit is dressed as the classical cartoon characters from Scooby-Doo, complete with their own Mystery Man machine. And I would have gotten away with it, too, if it weren't for you meddling kids.
kids. It's always those meddling kids. Oh, there's Daphne.
Wow. And Shaggy. Oh, they even have the
There's Fred driving.
frightening monster
Solve the mystery.
at the beginning of the
sea
credits.
creature.
Yeah,
The ghost.
Fred.
Old man Smithers.
Yeah, Old Man Smithers. And then we have Miss Minnesota, Chelsea Swigum. I work with her over at Braemar. She works as the recreation director.
And this year she was named Miss Minnesota. She has her degree in recreation and sports management and is a big promoter of Mission Move to encourage more activity and healthier lifestyles for seniors and for young children.
She was also a member of the figure skating, the City of Lakes Figure Skating Club for years. Here's the Harmonic Relief Show Choir, formed in May 2000. 7 friends who had sung in other musical organizations but wanted to expand further. Let's take a listen.
Smiling as you watch the matches filling, and there's your feeling of every love. There's no peace like showing people they smile when they are home.
Well, from that small core of friends, they grew to a group to its current size, sharing a love for close harmony and getting together to sing, dance, and entertain audiences while still having fun.
And behind them, we've got Edina Wrestling, bringing the mat to the street near you.
It's like a throwdown every 5 feet. Look at these guys. After 20 years of cooperative wrestling program with Richfield Public Schools, Edina now has its own wrestling team.
Right, yeah, for many years we didn't.
Isn't their season the
So
same as...
they are recruiting members, and here's what it's about in 20 seconds or less.
Oh my gosh. And roll up the mat. Good job.
So take down your opponent
And then wrap
roll
up
up the
the mat.
mat and keep going because we're just blowing the whistle.
Oh my gosh.
Another sponsor, Grandview Tire and Auto, a silver level sponsor this year. They brought along one of their favorite dogs. They've got 3 locations here in Edina.
Okay.
Grandview, 54th in France.
Yes.
And 70th in Cahill.
You gotta check that
They'll
section of the world.
fix you up when your car needs it.
Here's the Edina Basketball Association, providing winter basketball opportunities for students in kindergarten through 12th grade. And they've got the refs with the whistles.
It's always good to have a whistle.
It's a parade.
So I had the chance to meet with the parents from the Basketball Association a year, maybe 2 years ago. Boy, big group of people. You know, you always think Edina,
Well, you can't play hockey all the time.
tennis,
Yes.
like those types of things. But
What are you gonna do with the tall kids?
right.
Or some of our best basketball players where I grew up were short kids. They could jump.
Have to be a good guard.
Yeah. And this is the Rolling Cooler Brigade.
This looks to me like it's a mashup of the basketball parents
Oh, and the wrestling parents.
and
Where would you be without the parents?
I thought they were gonna start juggling. We've got the Jugheads in the parade later.
We do.
I thought they were gonna start juggling.
Oh, nope. Edina Hornet parents, yeah, they're throwing out basketballs and footballs and everything. Here's Red Savoy Pizza, the established pizza chain of Red Savoy, has a restaurant in Edina and is participating in their 3rd parade. They are a silver level sponsor, and their breadsticks are to die for.
Did you say they have a fantastic restaurant here in Edina?
Yes, they do.
So I've only been there for dinner, but I've heard rumors that they have a fantastic lunch buffet, like an all-you-can-eat.
I've heard that too. We always get takeout, so I don't know.
I'm just afraid if I go there for the all-you-can-eat, I'm not going to be invited back.
Yeah, exactly. You here for hour, you leave. This is still the Hornets group. Yep, and Red Savoy. Coming up, I think that's Jugheads.
I wonder if they brought any pizza with them this morning.
I know.
We should
That
have them do
sounds
that for
good.
next year. That sounds fantastic.
I know. Plus, they have the big pepperonis that are like the size of your face.
Right.
They don't do the small ones. It's
They do it right.
good. We love you, Reds.
Boy, they've got the giant red truck. I didn't realize this.
That can't be cost effective for deliveries.
Well, if there's any traffic, if there's any snow or any small things in the way, they'll still get there in 30 minutes or less.
Small things in the way.
You know, like that
Cars.
the new Fiat 500.
Yes.
Small children on skateboards.
It sounds good. I will totally take some red Savoy right now.
And have you tried their sauerkraut pizza?
No, but I've heard good things about it.
Okay, so-
It sounds weird, but it's good.
You can say it. It sounds disgusting, but I've had it. I don't even like sauerkraut. It was really, really good.
Okay, I'll give it a chance. Their crust is amazing. You could put peanut butter and jelly on that, it'd be good.
Hey, here's the Jugheads.
Edina's own. Look at that guy. I want pizza. So do we. He said.
So the Jugheads have been in every Independence Day parade here in Edina for 21 years. That's how long this group has been around. Paul and Wendy Annenberg started this group when they were advisors for preteen students at the school. They had an interest in juggling and thought it would be a way to bring kids together and to learn a skill and create camaraderie and skills. And now
You can't do that. Look at them. They're great.
now they've over 100 kids that do this.
I want to know how many kids they've trained that are now goalies in the NHL. Because that's part of the goalie training.
Is
To juggling. Yeah. Against a wall or just standing there like that.
It's part of
Show of hands. Who's a goalie?
it's part of being a parent too. You're always juggling.
Wah, wah.
Sorry,
Dad joke.
dad joke.
How many kids
I'll
do you
take a
have?
dad joke. One. I have it easy compared to some.
Yeah, you do. The Jugheads. I like that name too.
So
How many kids? Over 100?
they have
Wow.
over 100 active jugglers. They have performances throughout the years. You'll see the signs
Pants.
that they've put up in their front yards,
Yeah.
advertising upcoming Jughead events. And they're
Fancy pants Jughead event right there. Look at those
right
pants.
on. And they're always looking for new members.
I am not coordinated enough to do that.
Not coordinated enough yet.
Oh,
Nikki, by next year,
maybe. Here's Edina Energy and Environment Commission. They help the city stay on the forefront of issues of sustainability. Commissioners are urging their fellow residents to reduce greenhouse gas emissions in Edina by 30% by 2025. And the current commissioners are chaired by Sarah Zarin.
this is one of several. This is one of several commissions here in the city. They're advisors to our city council, and they tackle a number of different issues. I know they've talked about plastic bags and recycling and organic and a lot of different topics. And I'm not sure what they're
Minute
working on these
showers.
days. 5 minute, yeah, say that.
Minute showers, yeah. Student members Emily Reinke and Sarah Stefanik also serve.
And I think that vehicle is the city's neon. It's a Leaf. It's a Nissan Leaf. It's a fully electric vehicle.
Is it like the Google thing? Will it drive itself?
It does not drive itself.
That's good. I'm still scared of that.
You might be able to drive with your knees on the highway, but not that we'd recommend that.
Here's the Edina Garden Council.
So the Edina Council is actually made up of 5 individual garden clubs that are scattered throughout the city in various neighborhoods. So the Garden Council brings each of these clubs together. They meet at the city's greenhouse over at Artisan Acres. You may have been there for the plant sale. They actually work throughout the winter in the greenhouse with an opportunity to grow their product, and good way to learn skills there. And they have their big annual plant sale on Mother's Day weekend. So kiddos, if you're looking for a cost-effective gift for mom next year,
That she'll always remember you by.
that's right. Tomato plants, lilies, cucumbers.
Poison ivy. Not
Please.
so much? Okay.
Is that a Monty Python joke?
No.
Shrubberies. Get your
Shrubberies.
own shrubbery. That shrubbery's not dead yet.
This is the... Who? Oh my gosh. Oh, it's the City of Lakes Figure Skating Group. They are based out of Braemar. purpose of the Braemar City of Lakes Figure Skating Club is to promote and encourage the sport of figure skating under the auspices and according to the guidelines of the United States Figure Skating Association. They travel the world and skate everywhere. And Chelsea Swigum, our Miss Minnesota, she
Sure.
was a big part of this.
Oh, really?
They just had their 50th anniversary ice volley thing, their big show.
I've not been to it. Have you gone to the show?
I did. I actually painted the ice. I painted the ice for it.
Really?
Yeah, they have a logo that you might see in this parade. It's a little figure skater, and I painted
There's
that
one
on
of
the
our skaters.
ice.
Nice.
Well, they're on inlines. There's only so much you can do. We don't have a Zamboni in the parade, so we'll have to see. Not yet, anyways.
Spoiler alert.
Spoiler alert. Well, when you work at the rink that has 4 things in the parade, you kind of get an idea of
Exactly.
what to expect.
Exactly. So my wife just visited friends in Chicago last weekend, and I guess they have an outdoor ice skating rink in the summer. They just open it up.
Nice.
Now, if you're a member of the Minnesota Wheelmen, we would not recommend taking your single-wheel bicycles on the ice. Probably not the best place for you.
No.
But the
Pavement, however.
pavement is perfect like in a parade. So this is a chapter of a national group of wheelmen. They're vintage bicyclist enthusiasts. They welcome men and women from throughout the Twin Cities to join and be a part. They have such fun as being able to ride these old bicycles like this in parades and other special events.
Have you ever ridden one of these?
I have not.
Somebody put me on one of those one time because it was a huge open parking lot. And I said, how am I going to stop? And he goes, I'll catch you. And he did.
And
It was the most terrifying experience of my life. It is, I don't know how anybody, well, they didn't text back then. So, of course, they had time to learn how to drive, ride these things.
so what a great trust building moment.
Yeah.
Is that how you met your husband?
No.
Okay.
No, I'm not married.
So,
What are you talking about? Yeah.
we're just winging it. So when you were on it, did you have a helmet like these guys have?
No, they're smart. They just threw me on it and said, here, ride in the parking lot. And a bunch of friends took pictures, and it was terrifying. But they do it so well.
Is that maybe this is? A
Well,
bike
and I
that's
had
more
on
your
shorts and a
speed?
T-shirt. They look much better than we do. Oh, and the Aqua Jesters are
Skunk,
here
the skunk.
with a with a skunk.
What smells?
The Aqua Jesters began in 1946 by a group of executives in the Minneapolis area, many of them from the Star Tribune newspaper. It was a great way to entertain the kids during the Aquatennial celebration parades. It was an all-men's club until '76 when women were invited to join. The club is now a mixture of men and women of all ages who enjoy volunteering their time throughout the year and entertaining children, young and old alike. Those are the Minneapolis Aqua Jesters.
Okay, so Nikki, personal question here.
Yeah.
Clowns, love them, or are you afraid of them?
I don't mind clowns, people. I don't like dolls that are clowns. Like the one in Poltergeist.
Ooh.
But yeah, these guys look great. No, I love these guys. This is like Harajuku clowns from Japan with all their great plaid and outfits and everything.
These are fun clowns. And when you take a clown, paint him up, and put him in a red Jeep thing like this, how can they not be fun?
Well, you need to put like 50 of them in there. I want to see them squished in. Where it just
Maybe-
keeps coming out.
Maybe they are.
Maybe they are.
Maybe that's why they can't stop, because they can't reach the brake.
There's Senator Melissa Franzman.
She represents Edina in District 49. She's in her first term as senator, and she lives on the north side of Edina. That is her husband and her newborn, who's about 1.5 years, I believe.
Talk about a busy year. First year in office, and you have a baby.
Right.
Good for her.
And somewhere along the way, she switched jobs and is doing consulting with a firm, and yeah. This year she had she worked on a lot of pieces of legislation. Her proudest one, I would venture to guess, not that I want to speak for her, is actually one of the saddest, where there was a death here, a young girl.
I heard about this.
She died on a boat in Lake Minnetonka. So Senator Franzen worked diligently with the parents of the girl to pass legislation where now there will be carbon monoxide detectors in every boat. And just a tragic incident there.
With a happy ending.
With a happy ending for the future, I hope. Representative Ron Earhart.
He represents House District 49A, which encompasses most of Edina.
And Ron has been a representative on and off. He was a representative for many years.
Okay.
And he was not a representative, and then he
Some time off.
came back 2 or 4 years later and came
Got
back.
bored. Said, I need to fight again.
Yep. So he's working hard. I know one of his passions is transportation, and that's an issue that's
Just look at 100 or 169.
exactly. So he's been working on funding for roads, highways, working on the transit piece, working on bicycling and pedestrian walkways. Also, Representative Paul Rosenthal is in our parade this morning. He's the third representative of Edina over at the St. Paul Capitol. He represents District 49B, which is kind of the southern half or so of Edina, parts of Bloomington, parts of Minnetonka, I think a little piece of Eden Prairie as well. And there's Paul. High five in the crowd.
It's a parade. No one's shaking hands. We're all high-fiving.
That's right. Well, you can tell it's an election year. There's lots of supporters out for all the candidates.
Coming up, it's Victoria Dance Productions. They're over on Cahill Road. High-energy, family-oriented dance studio. They have been training Minnesota's top dancers since 1993. And a lot of the Victoria Dance Production students are currently starring on Broadway right now. One is in Cinderella, Wicked in LA and Las Vegas, and they're performing with the New York City Rockettes as well as captains of the Edina Dance Team, the Edina Hornets, the Bloomington Jefferson National Champion Cheer Squad, and are featured in their high school and college dance teams and musical productions. So Victoria Dance is getting it done, sending them off into the world.
And here's a lot of our other great, fantastic sponsors. Edina Realty, Bizal Built was in there. You know, the parade just doesn't happen. It takes months and months of work of getting organized, and then it takes some money to get things paid for. So thanks again to all of our sponsors. Edina Realty, you know, their biggest advertisement is that sign in the front yard of someone that's selling their house.
Exactly. You know how moms are always proud of you? My mom goes, okay, so where do I find it? Edina. I said, it's just like the realty sign. Is that where it's based? Yes, Mom.
It is. It is.
The baton twirlers are here.
Another Edina Community Ed Summer Shade Program. These students are ages 5 through 11. They have the sparkliest gold costumes in the parade, I believe. They learn in this camp the basics of baton twirling, many tricks, little procedures, and all participants have had the chance to see and try their hand at baton twirling under the careful direction of skilled instructors.
And every year, the 4th of July is their group's premiere performance. Here's the Edina Community Middle School Band. Conductor Geneva Fitzsimmons was one of the 2 teachers statewide honored as the Music Educator of the Year in 2013.
More pizza. It's Pizza Rev. Started in 2012. Pizza Rev wants to empower you to craft your own pizza. You can pick from a variety of crusts, sauces, toppings. You can create and bake your own pizza in 3 minutes or less. That is if you can decide what you want on it in 2 minutes or less.
I am all about that. Create your own pizza. The best thing about that, too, is now you don't have to do like, well, let's split a pizza. Well, what do you like on your pizza? Well, I don't like that on my pizza. You know what? I want my own pizza. Thank you, Pizza Rev. You're amazing.
So Pizza Rev, located on France Avenues in the Centennial Lakes Plaza, kind of by the Whole Foods and the new Starbucks from last year that was built.
Is this the soccer club? Oh, still Pizza Rev. Hi. Hi, Mom.
I think Mom's hungry for pizza.
I think she is, too.
Or else she's trying to get her workout in because she's eating pizza.
Eating pizza, yes.
Which is a good mix, right?
Well, anytime you have a place,
get some pizza.
Well, anytime you have a place like that, you can pick. I mean, they have a bunch of different sauces. You can do the pesto sauce. It's green. just like the Edina Soccer Club.
You're making me hungry.
It's celebrating its 30th anniversary with over 120 summer and fall teams made up of over 870 players. Goal. The club is currently the host of an annual indoor league, a holiday tournament, and a football tournament, or futsal.
Let's see some of this fancy footwork from the Tykes here. They have close to 1,000 players. You know, when you add up all the different teams together, it's pretty amazing.
That's a lot of people that knows how to coach soccer.
I was out for a walk the other morning, and at the park near my house, they had, I think, three games going on simultaneously. I don't think you could potentially fit 3 soccer games at once, but Strachauer Park is not a huge park, but they had 3 games, and they were, I don't know what they call the leagues, but they were the smaller kids, so there is a whole lot of proud parents and proud
I don't know if they do like
watching.
the Hockey Association where it's mites and bantams and peewees and things like that. Great way to keep in shape, though.
Thanks also to North American Banking Company, a gold level sponsor of our parade this year. They're located at 50th in France, one of their locations.
Thanks, North American Bank.
Ka-ching.
Oh, this is the
Cracker Jack.
Cracker Jack drumline. It's a drumming ensemble since 1983, built to perform and entertain.
I hope they're having fun.
How could they not? They have orange hard hats on.
These guys always have fun.
Now, I wonder if they go on to do the Skull Viking drumline
Oh, they might.
at the Vikings games.
4 snare drums. It sounds so simple, doesn't it? A
I
snare
know.
drum.
How are you getting that much sound out of
how much
4
fun is
drums?
that?
And the parade continues here today in Edina. We have a gorgeous day. Just a few clouds overhead, but it's not suppressingly hot.
And something tells me that this next group is passing out good candy because the kids are lining up closer and closer to get the good
Saw
stuff,
that,
apparently.
yeah.
So this is Mike.
Chocolate, Mike? What are you, Godiva? What are you doing?
This is Mike Lehman running for state senate in District 49. That district includes Edina, parts of Bloomington, a little bit of Eden Prairie and Minnetonka. A lot of candidates this year. It's going to be a big
It's
election
a huge
in November.
district.
It is. It
I mean,
is.
the population of that is, that's big. Good luck, Mike.
So there's also an election in August. The primaries are in August. So whoever you vote for, get out there and vote. That looks like Mike.
He's got the stickers. We wanted chocolate, Mike, not stickers.
Well, the kids love stickers.
Yeah, good point.
I like stickers.
I like Mike. Did you see the shirt?
Yeah, that's great. That's great.
This is Dario Anselmo's running for House District 49A, which includes most of Edina. He previously ran in 2014.
He did.
Big group of people out campaigning for him today. Is that all family members or is that volunteers in all these people that are running for office?
It's a combination of both.
Is it?
Yep.
Okay.
Yep, there's definitely some family in there, but boy, you know, to run for office, you need to have people support you on all different levels. So whether you're 8 or 80, they need that support. You know, the ensembles just did something interesting where they remodeled their home as part of a home tour. And then I think it was called the Dream Home, and you could walk through and see what all the different contractors had done.
Really?
Where they stage each room differently.
Oh, okay.
It was contracting and interior designers. I saw that written up in the Edina magazine.
Oh, wow. Here's Max Reimer. He's running for House District 49B, which includes Southern Edina, Bloomington, and portions of Eden Prairie and Minnetonka. And somebody dropped a bag of candy in front of our tent, and that's why Everyone is, you hear all the chatter in the background
Nice.
of applause.
So Max and his supporters will not get lost in the dark with those lime green t-shirts.
No,
Always be around.
not at all. And apparently they've got a couple warriors from 300 that are also fighting for them.
Don't mess with them.
Yeah, no.
Hey, here we've got the Brio Brass Band coming up.
They've delighted and entertained audiences throughout Minnesota's Twin City metro area since 1999. Formed of over 50 adult musicians, Brio Brass is a non-traditional rock and brass band.
Say, Nikki,
Brio Brass Band.
didn't you say that you used to play?
I did. I played a
Brasses?
cornet. It's a shorter version of a trumpet.
So does all this live music want to make you want to crank it out?
No.
Here's the Edina Soccer Association. They serve over 2,300 children, providing fun and educational environment for all levels of play and instruction. They've been around for 4 decades, helping turn Edina kids onto soccer.
I think it's working. I do enjoy listening to the brass bands. I'm glad I don't play anymore. Plus, where do you practice? I mean, that's just asking for your neighbors to hate you. Everybody loves a kid with an instrument. No, not really. Not next door. You want to see him in a parade. You don't want to live next door to him.
That lives in a different state.
Yeah, exactly.
My niece in Oregon is learning to play the drums.
Oh. Did you send your sister earplugs?
Condolences.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're saints.
Well, you just got to make sure that she memorizes some really good drum parts, like from Rush. Like, don't memorize the rock and roll songs where you're just keeping rhythm.
Right.
Like anything from the 70s, you can't tell what that is. But like Rush, yeah, you could do that. See what you're missing out on if you didn't come to the parade today? Look at all this junk food.
Candy, candy, candy. Treats.
And
Thanks
green
to our-
shirts.
Thanks to our sponsors for bringing all the goodies to keep our kids sugared up.
Oh, it's great.
Remember to get some exercise too. Maybe that's why they make them run for the candy.
Yeah, that's why everything's sponsored by the dinosaur. Or you've got a lot of the soccer associations and stuff coming through. Oh my gosh, here it is. The Edina Hockey Association with our own Rick Ducharme driving the Zamboni from Braemar Arena. That Zamboni that he's driving is 2 years old. We got that when we put in the outdoor rink 2 years ago.
Nice, nice.
So every rink has to have its own Zamboni. So that is our 2-year-old Zamboni to go with our 2-year-old rink. It's just a baby. We're so proud of it.
So cute.
Edina Hockey Association provides programs aimed at creating a fun, fair, competitive, and safe hockey environment which increases participation and provides the opportunity to improve personal skills while developing respect for others, self-confidence, and teamwork in student athletes.
Hey, now that sounds like the 4th of July.
Yes, it does.
So are they going to start laying down ice with that?
No, I don't think so. Rick, right there, the Zamboni driver, Rick, he has driven the Zamboni all over North America.
Really?
Yes.
Is
He
this,
has experience in numerous rinks around the United States.
this is probably one of the few times he has to wear sunglasses when he's driving the Zamboni.
Yes. Well, if you have it on the outdoor rink occasionally, you will. Hi, Rick. Great to see ya. Join the hockey legacy from the Edina Hockey Association. Look at all these guys.
And are those little mites out there?
They are. Way to go, Rick. That's also the first time and only time you're going to see a Zamboni driver in shorts.
Red, white,
cold out
red, white,
there.
blue shorts.
Red, white, blue shorts, nonetheless.
Here's another one of our sponsors, Think Bank, a gold level sponsor this year. Thanks so much to Think Bank. They're located down on Hazelton Road in that brand new facility, just by the Guitar Center, by the Panera, by the new Lunds and Byerly's.
Making banking easier. I think my friend just downloaded their app the other day. She's very thrilled with them.
And thanks to the O'Brien family as well.
The investment firm of O'Brien Stanley Partners, they are a gold level sponsor of the parade, so many thanks to Jerry and Lisa for coming out today. The Edina Hockey Association, a couple of the guys got sick of the lack of electrolytes in Gatorade, so they came up with Aspire, and that's what they're passing out.
Oh, really?
It's the new
Oh,
drink.
interesting.
It's very competitive to get into the sports drink market, but they somehow did it, so good for them. Again, such a gorgeous day for a parade.
Gotta stay hydrated even on days like this.
Yes, definitely. Did you play hockey growing up?
I was not a hockey kid. I grew up in northern Wisconsin.
Okay,
So there was a basketball kind of town
okay.
and a skiing kind of town.
Skiing kind of town, yeah. Yeah, I grew up skiing, and we always just figure skated. Somebody always had a pond or a lake or something, so we would just go outside. We would watch the Olympics and then try and do it. Do you know how many
Nice.
times I've chipped teeth and broken elbows?
That explains a lot, Nikki.
I know. I can totally do what Peggy Fleming's doing. No, I really can't. Years of training.
Hey,
Gotta start somewhere.
here we have the Moo Performing Arts Center.
Okay.
This is they're playing the taiko drums, and taiko is Japanese for big drum. You'll see many big drums here this morning. And Moo, the name of the center, is the Korean pronunciation for the Chinese character that represents the shaman, the artist, the warrior who connects heaven and earth through the tree of life. You want some bass? You got some bass right there,
Definitely.
baby. For those of you watching at home, I hope you come out here next year because the sound and the feel of the live music,
It's amazing.
it's incredible.
On the back of a Bobby and Steve's flatbed truck. I mean, how do you get that kind of sound? That is so cool.
And
The
thanks.
Help Board Shop and Skate Park. It's an indoor skate park in the Edina area. The facility features a full-service retail store where customers can purchase anything from skateboards to snowboards. So whatever kind of board you need, they got you covered at the Help Board Shop and Skate Park.
And skateboarders, keep your eyes open. There's been so much construction throughout Edina, but they just laid a brand new asphalt road in parts of our neighborhood. The
Oh.
most pristine, smooth asphalt you'll find for 20 years. So skateboarders, keep your eyes open for those new roads. There's some great new places for you to skateboard. Watch out for traffic, of course.
Of course, and you know, when it's hot out, get off the asphalt and get in the pool. It's the Edina Swim Club.
Exactly. The swim club is a youth club with over 300 members. They reach out to children and young adults 6 to 18 years of age. They also have a master's.
Squid head.
They also have a master's program for anyone that's older than 18. They do compete throughout the country, at local events and also at national events.
Never too old to learn how to swim.
No, in a state like Minnesota, swimming and skiing should be second nature.
Here's the Edina Federated Women's Club, a social and service-based women's organization, 100 members strong, active in the Edina community since 1969. Apparently, these women are masters at fundraising, I've been told.
Through the years, they've been involved in so many great events.
Close to $700,000 they've raised.
I think one of their biggest charity sponsors is Veep, the food program.
Veep and Feeds My Starving Children, Cornerstone, and other entities serving women and children. So,
You know, and while we're so blessed here in Edina, it's always important to remember that there's families that are not as fortunate
absolutely.
as we often are here, and many of our family and friends locally also need help. You don't always think about that. It's a political year. Here's the Edina DFL. This is the group representing Senate District number 49, which we mentioned is all of Edina, a little bit of Bloomington, a little bit of Minnetonka, a little bit of Eden Prairie thrown in there as well.
The Democrats that have a drum set. I love it. And a band.
Boy, it's starting to get pretty windy here.
It is.
You hear the wind in the background.
Hey! Just think while you were getting down and out about the liars and the dirty cheats of the world.
I thought that was Taylor Swift.
Yeah, I was going to say.
My ex-then got his new girlfriend. She's like, oh my God. I just want to sing it to the
And
Here's the Republicans. But the Democrats you can still hear.
so the Edina GOP also represents District 49, the same district as the Democratic group. So if you live in Edina, if you're watching this telecast, you live in District 49. This is the one that should be important to you for the local races. Senate, House. And this is the GOP that also will get involved in Senate races, in presidential races, and state governor races, and all those. So.
Okay, so the Democrats had a rock band on a flatbed. What are the Republicans going to do?
Well, you know, Nikki, the political parties are so yesterday because now we're on to the next thing. And I believe this is Jerry Chapman.
Oh, okay. Oh, with his musical van.
The van, if you've driven up and down Interlochen Boulevard, you may have noticed this discreet van that is parked out there some days. So thanks to Jerry Chapman, he has performed in a variety of units for more than 15 years with his musical van that he's all decked out in the red, white, and blue.
Certainly patriotic.
Oh, and there's the giant GOP elephant on the back of the Mercedes convertible. Very nice.
Geopachyderm.
Geopachyderm. Thank you, Nikki.
He should tailgate at Lions or at Vikings games.
So here we've got Grandmothers for Peace.
Not all of whom actually have grandchildren, but they meet monthly at the Edina Library to share concerns and become better informed about nuclear issues, war, violence, the environment, justice, poverty, and the legacy we will leave for future generations. That's Grandmothers for Peace.
Millie, come here. Oh, sorry.
Is that your dog?
My wife just came with her dog. Dogs are always parade favorites,
Love
right?
dogs.
Peace is patriotic. There you go. Are those Grandmothers for Peace?
They are.
And it looks like there's a grandfather somewhere in the car, I think I noticed. So Edina is about hockey,
It is.
but it's also about football.
Who's not about football?
The Edina Football Association was founded more than 50 years ago to bring organized football to the youth of Edina.
And your wife brought the dog over, too.
Right, and she's jumping up on me right now.
The mission of the Edina Football Association is twofold. One, to offer a best-in-class football program to the youth of Edina that stresses leadership and responsibility, along with teaching the basics and mechanics of football. And second, through fundraising and year-round training programs. The association supports the Edina High School football program by building future Hornets. That's the Edina Football Association.
You know, when I go past the schools in the summertime, I always think they're going to be pretty quiet.
Oh,
But when
heck
you go out there in
no.
the mornings, holy
Gosh.
cow.
Full parking lot, water
Exactly.
bottles out, ready to go.
And not too many years ago, those guys were the type programs in the Football Association.
These moms are demanding some action. They're an organization dedicated to raising awareness of gun violence and supporting common sense gun laws.
This is a new group for the parade. I
I
don't
thought-
believe
I thought
here
they
last
were.
year. A lot of controversy this year and many years. So
I really like the fact that we have the 4th of July now, because it just seems like in the last 3 months, our whole country is completely divided on everything. Nobody can pick anything.
there's a lot of division these
There
days.
is.
Right.
It's like, can we just shoot some fireworks off in the sky and have a couple lemonades and call it a day? Just one day?
For one day, I hope we can.
One day.
You know, one of the things that makes America great is whatever side of the
Exactly.
you fall on,
It is.
you're free to speak your mind. You're free to support your cause and.
Yeah, that's the one thing I don't want taken away from me. And the crowd seems to really love them.
Yeah, they're definitely getting some big cheers there. Another one of our sponsors, First Minnesota Bank, a community-based bank here in Edina. They've been providing financial services to Minnesota since 1881. They're a silver level sponsor this year, riding in a vintage fire truck from 1949. Boy, 1881. They probably didn't have ATMs or drive-ups in 1881.
No. Hey, Chicks on Sticks, here they come. Founded in 1998 by Amy Ballasted and Shelley Shenander, Chicks on Sticks explores the ancient and universal art of stilt walking.
Okay, so Nikki.
I did that once with drywall. I did. I put drywall stilts on.
I was just
And I
gonna
walked around
ask.
my apartment. It was great. Well, I'm 5 feet, so of course I'm all about these groups. I mean, she can even do it with rhythm. That's amazing.
Yeah, and style. Hey, here's another live band, Live Jazz. Normal University performs jazz standards. They bring a Brazilian sound infused with Latin jazz, funk, and blues. Thanks to Rick Nair and Normal University.
Plus, he's doing it on a beanbag chair. That's impressive.
How did you spend your day? Just sit in the back of a truck in a beanbag chair playing the trumpet to a couple thousand people.
This is why I should have paid more attention to music. Make a great living. Here's the Good Samaritan United Methodist Church. They have 2 giant puppets in the parade. The puppet heads are made out of paper mache, and it's like the dark crystal. Oh, is this going to be one of those things where we're supposed to know our Bible characters?
I'm not sure what the story here is actually.
I would say it's Sam's the Goliath one with the
Okay,
rock.
Here's your unity.
David.
Here's your unity, bringing people together.
Oh, okay.
Even giant statues of paper mache that are manned by half a dozen different people can work together to give a group hug. That's for you,
That's
Nikki.
impressive. Thank you, Bill.
Thanks, Good Sam.
More joy than guilt. I love it. That's the kind of church I want.
That should be on my next time I eat a chocolate bar.
More joy than guilt. That's a lot of work. I mean, look at how they work really well together.
They do. They do. Say, speaking of freedom of speech, here's another, I guess, the counterpart to one of the last groups, the Gun Owners Civil Rights Alliance. This is a nonpartisan group focused purely on supporting Second Amendment rights. They do support Second Amendment candidates and legislation, both in Minnesota and throughout the United States. Again, another new group to the parade this year. Are they passing out stickers? Oh, candy.
And they have a dog in the parade too. Look, lab,
A hunting dog.
yellow, yeah, hunting dog.
They've got all, wow. They've got all types of folks. They've got folks on bicycles, in the car, a gentleman in a wheelchair, motorized scooter wheelchair.
Oh, and they have Tootsie Rolls.
Tootsie Rolls. Oh,
Yeah,
I like Tootsie
we
Rolls.
like Tootsie Rolls. Nobody can hear us though. Next year we're gonna make a sign that says "Stop Off Candy Drop-Off Station."
So here we have the Minnesota Morris dancers. This is a traditional Morris, a type of men's English folk dance. Dancing in the style of Morris originated in central England in the Cotswold Hills, and that's why it's called Cotswold Morris. The dancers are performed by 1 to 8 team members. They usually dance to music provided by violin, melodeon, pipes, and tabor, and sometimes they sing along as well. But very traditional dance style here. You can hear the music in the background.
I would have coffee spilled down the front of that outfit in 4 seconds if that was me. Good job, guys.
Oh, and there's their band leader on the horse.
Unicorn, yay! He's right there.
And we mentioned Veep earlier. Here's
Founders
the
of
Veep
Veep.
truck.
Volunteers enlisted to assist people. That's what Veep stands for. They believe that helping a neighbor in need ultimately strengthens the community. Veep has been operating under this principle for over 40 years, providing a range of services to help low-income people meet immediate needs and reach their long-term goal of stability. Today, Veep serves the residents of Bloomington, Richfield, Edina, and South Minneapolis, utilizing a unique mix of professional and volunteer services.
Thanks to Veep for all you do, and thanks for the Girl Scouts for bringing us some
Cookies?
cookies this year.
Do we have the cookies?
This is Girl Scout Troop 138. They've been long active in Edina. They've been involved in our 4th of July parade for many years. And so here's the question, are they handing out cookies or is it candy?
I want a Samoa.
Our supply of Thin Mints ran out about 2 weeks ago.
You're a Thin Mint fan? I'll trade you the next time. Caramel Delights.
And on the other side, we've got the Cub Scouts.
They're a staple in the Edina 4th of July parade as well. This unit represents several scout troops within Edina. I have my knot tying patch.
Nice. Yeah, I was a Cub Scout. I was a Boy Scout, a Webelow for a short time.
I was a Brownie. I never graduated to Girl Scouts. It was fun though.
Ooh, there you go. Thanks, Cub Scout.
Is our cameraman eating candy now?
Yeah, D-Trick, is that you?
Wait a minute.
Maybe he got it for us. Maybe he's,
Oh, yeah, right. He's not going to share.
he might share.
Is this one step down?
This is One Step Down, a local cover band. They perform throughout the Twin Cities. They specialize in popular hit songs, gosh, from the 1960s up to today's current jams. Rocking out to Katy Perry's Fireworks. Thanks so much to One Step Down. They always bring a lively conclusion to the parade.
They've closed out the Edina parade for the last 3 years. Well, we'd like to thank some of our other sponsors who did not appear in today's parade. Tradition Capital Bank is a platinum level sponsor providing the bleachers at Utley Park. Others are silver level sponsors, Christensen and Lowy. Dermatology specialist, Simon Properties, the owners of the Southdale Center. The Galleria Shops of Distinction, Jerry's Food, Sign Pro, Excel Energy, and bronze level sponsors, 50th and France Business and Professional Association. Pets Are In, Pinstripes, Talk and Cough Families Foundation, the Wooddale Team of American Mortgage and Equity Consultants, Wings Financial Credit Union, and Hovland Rasmus.
It would not, the parade would not be possible without all these fine folks. We also like to thank the parade committee. That's right, folks, it doesn't just happen. This year, special thanks to their chair, John Swan, Amanda Clark, Tom Gump, John Curie, Barbara Malzacker, Karen Rarke, Rick Murphy, Karen Contag, Andy Montgomery, Chris Marshall, Lynn Swan, and Maria Novacek. And finally, we would like to thank you, our viewers.
Yeah, thanks for watching
Thanks
today.
for joining in. Have a wonderful 4th of July. Happy Independence Day. Have a great summer. And signing off from the Edina 4th of July parade, I'm Bill Neuendorf.
I'm Nikki Spees. Have a great 4th.